Boom, boom, that, boom, 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 that. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, that, boom, boom, that. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, that, boom, 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 that. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, that, boom, boom, that. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it, pop it, lock it, drop it. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, yeah. Yeah. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Pop it, lock it, drop it. Boom, boom, yeah. Boom, boom, yeah. They wonder how I dance like that. 2 steps forward, then I'll be right back. Pop it, lock it, drop it. 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 Pop it, lock it, drop it.
It's another original I wrote. It ain't many words, but I had fun with it on Suno. I wrote the lyrics, the music came from Suno or whatever, but give it a like. Always like my music. That's why my channel's name is Crystal's Crime and Music. Hold on, I forgot to turn these stupid lights I bought on. Okay, so today, the other day I spoke about I was going to go over this video that was an hour long. I've gone over it a few times, but I want to go over it deeply again today. But before I do, I found out today I'll be making a trip. I have I consider them my foster family. I grew up with them. They live down in Virginia. I forget what part I gotta go look, but it don't matter. They drive and there's a train and all kinds of stuff down there. Virginia is a very small state. So I'm gonna be in Virginia in April. I'm gonna go visit my foster sister and who I consider my foster dad and his new wife because my foster mom passed away. But while I'm down there, because it's Virginia, it's so close to Tennessee, and um, Laura's down there. Laura, I'm reaching out to you. I'd like to hear your whole story face to face. I'd like to sit down and have a sit down with you. I think that would be amazing. Um, a chance for you to give your voice with nobody around, nobody telling you what to say or how to feel. I won't judge you. If you're innocent, you're innocent, and I'd like to hear it from your own words. I'd love to meet you in person. I'll buy you lunch. How's that? So if you want to go out to lunch, reach out to me. Because I'm going to be down there, Dolly lives down there. I'd love to sit down and get Dolly's views face to face with him. And PJ, is that her name? She's so cute. Face to face about Summer's case and hear about some of his experiences going down to Tennessee. Um, yeah, Fred's ex, CM. She lives in Virginia right now, from what I've heard. That's why I'm asking. Shit, I forgot to pour coffee. I might have to get off of here when my video is playing for a second. Okay, so then talking about Virginia and thinking about Virginia today as I was making my plans with my foster father, it got me thinking about something somebody said in my chat the other day about Cam being in the hospital and needing a transplant. So let me go to my Facebook here.
For the second time since last video. 35 more pounds of fluid, and said if I can get cured from my hep C completely, I'd be a good candidate for liver transplant. So we'll see how it goes, and let me know any good pointers or anything that anybody's been through this before, if anybody's been through this before, and just continue to pray for me and my family. Thank you very much, and keep on cracking. God bless. Good pointers or anything that anybody's been through this before, if anybody's been through this before, and just continue to pray for me and my family. Thank you very much, and keep on cracking. God bless.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Do you know how much I just went over? Why do I do that? Let me start over. The videos I just played are cracking cases, Facebook. Um, Cam is in the hospital. He's stating he needs a liver transplant. No, it was me. So my speaker's loud in the background, and I don't know how it sounds for you guys. So I hit the mute so you don't hear my speaker and you hear the video. It makes the video sound better, I think. I don't know. And then I always forget to freaking take the damn mute off. It drives me crazy. I see Benny and other people using StreamYard, and they could just pause their video right from their studio. And I don't know how to fucking do that. I don't know why I can't. I don't have the freaking option anywhere, so I gotta click. You're constantly hearing me click, or maybe I'm just a fucking dumbass and can't fucking figure it out. But I apologize. All right, let me go back to this. Being I'm going on a trip to Virginia, and I want to interview Laura, and I was thinking about Dolly, and then I thought, oh wait, Cam is from there. And then it reminded me that the other day, somebody in my chat or a week or two ago had said that Cam was in the hospital, and I was unaware of that. So it led me to go look at Cam's YouTube page, and I don't see nothing there. However, I went to his Facebook page and I ran into the videos. Were you guys able to hear and see those? Let me know in the chat. If not, I'll replay them. But it led me to his Facebook videos. It's heartbreaking to me that Cam is saying he needs a liver. I reached out to Cam. I still have questions about Cam, and in no way do I want to ever attack somebody who's in a bad place, and I want to pray for them. Cam says he believes in the Lord. I believe in the Lord too. I just pray differently. I don't go to church. I pray for my home. I believe God hears all prayers, and I believe there is a maker out there. I just don't think it's somebody who's exploited, and I have this weird belief that religion was based off war and the Bible is a war story. Anyways, my thoughts, we're not going to get into religion, but I believe there's a freaking God. Okay? Anyways, it's also man written. Somebody had to have freaking made us, right? Maybe it was the freaking aliens. Who the hell knows? I used to be a church person. I've had some bad things happen to me in a church setting. I've been judged. Like my son's heart transplant, which we're talking about here. When my son got his heart transplant, my children were shunned from a church because it's a sin. Y'all know that? A Presbyterian church. It was awful. And then the people at the church called my daughter the N-word. Yeah. And then I had some stuff go on when I was a kid at a church, the Glassport Assembly of God, which I love. Nothing like SA or nothing like that. Although some stuff has happened with members of that church that run a youth group since then at a food pantry that SA children in Glassport. It's well documented and on the news or whatever, but hey, whatever. I think they're running a fucking ring over there. I'm speculating based on my life. However, I wrote Cam a message, and I don't like to keep things behind the scenes, so I'm going to share this message I wrote him on Messenger. I don't know that he's going to respond. I am praying for you, Cam. I just seen and heard in the last week or two what's going on with you. Truth, there is strength in prayer. However, you also have to fight demons. I pray you overcome your addictions and get that liver transplant. I am a mother of a 2-time heart transplant and would know a ton about that world if you ever need to talk. However, not to be a dick, but I would love to talk to you more about the billboards in Chase, as well as your friendship with Linda Cutshaw and how how Jackhammer got involved as well as your friendship with TT. I mean, you did go to the vigil together. It's well documented. Anyways, honestly, I hope you overcome whatever is going on, and I'm going to share your Facebook with Summer's community and hope you get many more prayers your way. I don't know that he's going to respond. But in them videos, he was saying he needs to stop his addiction, so he was admitting he's still addicted. That's sad to me, Cam. You got babies to live for. Stop the addiction, get yourself strong. Know you have Summer's Army praying for you. Even though, in my opinion, I think you did fuck shit. Just because you're sick, it doesn't make you a good person. However, I don't wish death upon you. But I would like to know what kind of games you played. I left out the PIs in that message to you. So if you see this, know that I want to know about the PIs too. But I'll be in Virginia if you get out of the hospital and want to have lunch, my treat. Okay. Oh, my coffee pot's beeping. All right, we did my introduction. I told you about my trip to Virginia. We shared Cam. Oh, Ziggy, because we're about to move on to Fred's family. One day ago, Ziggy shares, this is from December 5th, 2024 at 2:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Received this from a local. At the end of Paul Hill's driveway, was told it's Dawn wrecked red Subaru. Confirmed with locals and Fred that this is, in fact, the end of Paul Hill's driveway. Can I click on this? Can we make this bigger? Can I zoom it in? Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. I'm live. You went to work. Hold on. Let me put my mic on mute 1 sec. My son coming up and robbing me of cigarettes. I'm going to be in and out. It's still early. I know. Okay. Anyways, Paul Hill's driveway. So I'm looking at this fucking image. We know that Dawn frequents this highway. I believe he spoke about coming home, actually, even maybe the day Summer went missing through Van Hill. We also hear, shit, I got an itch. Chasing Truth. Give a story about chasing a car on Van Hill Road and the bends and all that other shit. I want you to look extremely close at this driveway and the way the bend turns, and if you're driving drunk or if you're driving at a top speed, what could happen is you see this car crashed into a telephone pole. Dawn Wells, if that's his car, is lucky to be fucking alive. But it doesn't look to me like he's coming out of this driveway. His car's faced the opposite direction. And Ziggy, stop it. The federal agents are on it. The TBI's on it. Stop it. Your husband is also related to these people, and so are his fucking sisters. So just fucking stop it. As you can see, that's a very dangerous bend, and it looks like Dawn may have been going a little fast. He's not actually coming out of their fucking home. It looks to me like he flew off Van Hill Road. Right, Black Dragonfly. Huge curve there. I want to pull up the story of Chasing Truth, speaking about how people were chasing her on Van Hill Road, or how she was chasing people. I don't fucking know. The story changed. They chased her. She chased them. It started on Ben Hill Road. There was a big cop fight battle. Not cop, but car chase. And she was scared of this guy, even though they chased him. Fucking people were crazy, yo. Crazy. Don't go do that in people's neighborhoods. With that being said, I am going to Virginia. I don't know who lives where, but it's to really see my family. So I'm willing to meet up with people and work on content while I'm there. Karen Elliott, you in Virginia still? Just curious. All right. Now that I covered everything I wanted to cover, now I'm going to play this 54-minute video. And if I feel like staying, maybe we'll go find some other content. I don't know. We'll see how much I stop. I'd prefer just to sit back and let you guys get a feel of the family. You know, Ronald Hill selling pills and Andy and Jody Sue and how close they were. And yeah.
And that red Toyota truck, that's Jody's mom's.
Dude, I have
you
to
guys
thank
said
you.
that
So,
she had a
See,
red
I know.
truck.
See, that's why they don't like me.
so what do you think about Jody Sue and Andy? Do you think that there's any chance that they're
Well,
involved, or
They got some property on another road, and it's odd that they went and checked that property that day, and ain't been that property in over a year.
is that where Jody Sue's living right now?
No, that's where they lived before they moved to
Right
his
here.
aunt's place. So, but it's straight across from Mount Carmel Church.
Yeah.
But it's, I feel like Andy and them had something to do with. I mean, help them do something.
Is that why she's supposed to meet me today?
Because it was odd when she went missing. They usually won't talk to nobody. They'd stay up on the hill and stuff. But as soon as she went missing, they didn't leave that road down there. They stayed down there for 3 days, day and night. They're trying to hear everything that's being said. I mean, it just made me feel like it was,
Paranoid.
yeah.
She doesn't
And
want
then
anybody
the
speaking
fourth
to Andy.
day, he takes off to Knoxville and don't come back for over a month. And they get a restraining order against each other and everything. It don't make sense.
So
I
they
mean,
aren't really together. They're not
no,
together
no,
anymore.
no.
So she's telling the truth about that.
Yeah.
Where is she living at right now?
I'd
Jen?
say she's with her mom.
Where's her mom with?
I think it's Stardust Drive.
What?
Stardust Drive.
Where's that at?
It's on Lone Star
Is that
in
near
Sylvan Gardens.
Kingsport?
Yeah.
Okay, because she told
Well,
me.
like when you go out here and take a ride on Beach Creek, you get to the end of the creek, you get on Old Bladder's Gap, and it runs into Lone Star.
Well, I can't just show up there because she won't freak. She'll freak out. Do you think that they?
See,
Were,
Andy's dad,
yeah, George.
yeah. See, he lives right straight across from Stardust Drive.
Huh.
That's how Andy and her met. You see, they right there.
How long have they been together? For a long time, right?
Yeah, pretty good while.
She was saying 20-some
Yeah,
years.
she tried to say I tried to rape her and stuff, and only thing I done is give her a ride home from the club. She was so messed up, keep from her getting raped and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, George.
Yeah, see, he lives right straight across from Stardust Drive.
Huh.
That's how Andy and her met. You see, they right there.
How long have they been together? For a long time, right?
Yeah, pretty good while.
She was saying 20-some
Yeah,
years.
she tried to say I tried to rape her and stuff, and only thing I done is give her a ride home from the club. She was so messed up, keep from her getting raped and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I've covered this. I was looking for the clip the other day. Do you guys remember? I knew it was in this video, but this is where he says Jody Sue accused him of R-ing her. I think that's significant and it tells you what kind of relationship Jody and them had. But what's really strange to me and something, hey, we Scottish Ma, what's really strange to me that Benny points out is that Jody Sue has kicked bullets into the creek the night that he shot Fanning. Something else Jody said to me and Andy, and I'd really have to go back and look for it. I have a live tonight I want to go over with you guys. I don't know what's in it. I just seen it when I was pulling this shit up. It popped up on my thing, but the Rogersville bus review tonight and 313. I think 313 is still important to talk about. Anyways, or no, yeah, 313. That might actually be my Kentucky information. I got to look at it. We're going to look at it together tonight. I think that was an old. I didn't have many people watching me then. I don't have many people watching me now, but it's always a mix of different people. And I've had so much content already made, and my feelings have never changed, that a lot of my content is still relevant to me. So I don't mind going over it again and again. Yeah, he sounds like Manson. Don't he question? Crazy. Anyways, so what you hear is that there's already this dynamic where Fred's saying Jody Sue accused him of R-ing her when she worked at the strip club. He wrote her home. He's saying, I was really there to protect people from R-ing her.
Andy's, okay, so is it Andy's mom or Jody Sue's mom that has a red Tacoma?
Jody Sue.
Did
Because she made it ain't got the ladder rack stuff on it now.
but it did?
Yeah. Because she even said down there when on the third day I walked down there and was talking to them.
I covered this the other day. Jody Sue's mother's truck was vetted. Her mother has sparkles all over it. It's very cute. Her mother decorates hers. She's very girly with her truck. It would have been noticeable. But what bothers me is the fact that Jody Sue's brother-in-law runs a Toyota lot. He is the president of in Johnson City. Why can't they find this truck? Did it not have a license plate on it? I don't fucking know. Odd.
And Don and was searching too for Summer certain places and stuff. I figured he may have put her or whatever, because the way he acted that night, she was already dead. I mean, within 3 hours. I mean, everything he said was.
So what about Jody Sue and Andy? Are they dealers really? I heard they're being investigated for dealing
I don't
drugs.
think they're dealers. I think they was getting maybe some pot off of them or something. He was raising
Yeah, I
some
don't care
pot.
about that. I thought he was selling meth and that she was on like her cancer medicine or whatever.
I see. Me and them didn't talk that much.
You're a good source too, because you were here with him also. I didn't know that he was like basically second cousins with Andy. And I didn't know his dad was Ben Hill either. That's cool.
First lawsuit placed against me is also cousins with these people. Chicken on a Stick is 100% cousins or second cousins with Andy Bernard and grew up 3 doors down from her. Also across the street from reported, jailed, convicted in 2 states, Texas and Tennessee, heir of children, Skelton. His sister's last name is Honeycutt. I don't fucking give a shit. She cleans for people named Vincent. that live very close to the horse pond where Summer was that day, where Skelton is also registered at his parents' home, their condo. Do your own research. I told you. I told you how to connect it. Go find it. Okay.
Or his grandfather was Ben Hill. Yeah. But he Ben Hill's kind of famous in this, like, on this road, kind of, because he's, I don't know. How well do you know Jody Sue?
I don't know her that well.
She-
I just know her.
You know, do you know that there's a lot of, lately, even a lot more since we were out here last, there's a lot more people thinking she was involved in somehow, and not like where she did something to Summer, but that she possibly sold something to, I mean, that's I don't know. She just seems she was really too worried about me talking to Fred, and it was weird.
I have so much reservation about Ziggy because Ziggy wasn't directly involved in the billboards and in the reward and all that other shit. However, she was in cahoots with people that were like Christy Vincent, who I just spoke about. Christy was paying for all of Ziggy's travel. I have messages from Christy stating so. Christy was paying for her Airbnbs. She claims she met Ziggy at the first vigil. That's something we can go over one day. Her receipts pan out for the billboards. It was a way for her to insert herself, in my opinion. But what's funny is how she treats Ziggy as if Ziggy's family from the rip, like Fred says. Right? Right from the rip. First meeting, Ziggy, and I'm going to pay for every trip you take there until you get to Kathy Gordon, or was she paying for that too? Jody Sue often complains about the people paying for your trips, and I think it's something that you guys should listen to. Hey, Mark. How are you, honey? I hope things are well. What the hell does Ernie got going on over there, dude? I don't even know how to explain what the fuck he's doing, yo. I'm worried. Why? You got some girl, looks like she's chasing him around the house. He's trying to get the fuck out of there for hours. Waiting for an Uber. What the hell is going on? Who's that girl? I'm so lost. Okay. Back to my video.
Do you know why? Do you think that maybe Fred knows about her and some drug stuff, and that's what she's worried about? Because if it's just that, then
We don't know nothing on them. Not drugs related.
yeah.
'Cause I don't like them. Our horse got loose one night, and I ran into her and Andy as I was going out walking out holler looking for that little horse lad. And they told everybody that I was walking in and out of the holler with a flashlight, smoking meth, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
If I'm smoking anything, it's pot.
Yeah. And anybody smoking meth is not going to. Oh, that's right. She said somebody left a meth pipe at the end of her driveway. Was she trying to blame it on you? A smash one is probably something she made up.
Me stealing little stuffed animals that they had hanging up at the bottom of their heel. She said that they took me out to town, give me a ride, let me out, and somehow I beat them back to town.
I asked Andy about this the other day while he was in my chat and he refused to answer. I don't know why. That's odd.
And just so I could steal their little stuffed animals off their mailbox.
Is she kind of mental like that? Does she have major mental issues? I mean, is she known for that? Because it's just, she's coming up with some weird, I hadn't,
Gray told me that she said her daddy sold her when she was 16 or 13.
yeah, that, I do,
Jody said that. She didn't say when she was 16. I believe it was younger. She was younger than 5. She said her father kidnapped her. Then she retracted that when her sister came out and spoke about it. I don't know why, but it's weird as fuck. But she did say that. She absolutely did say it. And others remember it.
I do believe something like that because I know her dad, he just passed, I think, but he was in prison for rape. So we just figured that out recently. I didn't know. Last time I was out
I
here,
don't believe that shit.
what that,
I don't believe anything she says, but I think she's just trying to look like and get sympathy.
and money,
You know, she's wants people to feel sorry for her.
she's one of,
Laura, you've done the same, man. This is why I want to interview you. I would love to meet with you. No judgment. I have judgment now listening to this, and I'm confused because Ziggy just came up to you, and all of the things that have happened since, you haven't really come out and spoke on it. My foster father's coming up April 4th. I believe he's spending a week, and then I'm going to drive up with him. Or down. Virginia's down. So I'm going to drive down to Virginia with him, and I don't know how long I'm staying yet. I got to talk to him or whatever, but I'll extend my trip up to a fucking month if I have to. If it'll give me time and opportunity to come meet with you. I will take you out to lunch. I want to find out what it is exactly Ziggy did to you, and I'd really like to find out why you were accusing these people of robbing you while you were sitting in their home. I want to know what Fred did to you, Laura. I feel like you were abused, and I think you have a story to tell. I would love to hear it and be a supporter if you're innocent in Summer's case.
those that just likes the attention. Yep. So that's what it's looking like.
She can come up with, make herself look a little better.
Do people come out here and harass you guys?
No.
What about her? Does she get harassed that you know of? I don't know if you know where her new her new location. I mean, I know where she's at. I know her. She's over. Oh. Do you know if what about that whole Scream thing that Jody Sue mentioned? Is that true? Do you know Scream? The day Summer went missing, one of her stories is that she heard a scream.
I don't have no idea.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to ask Fred last time I was here, and the police said it was unfounded. But
have they found out anything new?
No, I don't say not really, and everything's. I mean, it's pretty much the same, but everybody's eyes are really, really on Jody Sue. Bad, and I don't know what she knows. Did you know Andy very well at all?
No.
I mean,
I don't know him that well.
Did he have a bad reputation or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Did Jody Sue have a bad reputation?
For being a whore.
Oh, really? Would she sell herself? Like, you mean literally a whore, or
nasty whore.
like making money?
Yeah, she used to electric bottoms up.
Oh, isn't that a stripper place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she actually used to sell herself besides just dance.
In my opinion, I forgot to put fucking Splenda in my coffee. In my opinion, Jody Sue comes out here now acting like an angel. Jody Sue has a past. Jody Sue has been pewed while leaving Andy one time while Jody Sue's family coddled Andy and let him live there. Jody Sue has worked in strip clubs. That's usually trafficking. I believe that bar was closed down. I'm going to look more into it and see why. Bottoms Up, no, Hog Wild. Which one did she work at? Bottoms Up, I think. Jody Sue has a past. She's on here acting like motherfucking Teresa. And she came out here telling us about her past. The other day, Jody Sue was over there downing Ernie for going to the Minneapolis shit. Now, I get the fight between Benny and Ernie and this. That never is going to fucking end. Okay? That's creator drama. But Jody Sue comes out here and she tries to pit the Republicans against the Democrats in a community that covers summer wills and missing children, where we should all be coming together, not separating. Right? Hey, Angie's Life. But here's Jody Sue. Damn, I need my fan. I got the heat so high in here. I don't want my pipes to freeze and shit. Anyways, so Jody Sue comes out here downing Ernie for like 2-3 hours about being at this Minneapolis shit. Dude, I can't with her. Let me remind you, and I posted about this in my community post. Please. Oh shit, I gotta pay my camera. I forgot. Sorry about the pink line at the top. I'll get that taken care of after my live. Folders. Let me fucking tell you, Jody Sue is no motherfucking saint. I don't know what this little fucking shit she got going on over there. Like, she ain't never done nothing wrong in her life, and she's the motherfucking Teresa of everything holy, right? Let me tell you, where the fuck is this video? Here we go. Here's little Miss Black Lives Matters, her fucking self. Protesting, chasing the damn KKK in the woods.
Hey guys. Okay. So, I forgot ICE was coming out for us. Whatever. Some other shit. So, these little bastards are getting sneaky.
Oh, and she's telling us the KKK, but did you hear what she said? I forgot ICE was coming out for us. ICE is in the people that are chasing people right now.
Hey guys. Okay. So, I forgot ICE was coming out for us. Whatever. Some other shit. So, these little bastards are getting sneaky. And there's a Klan pop-up tonight. I knew the stickers and shit I seen coming in yesterday weren't a fucking coincidence, but whatever. Anyway, they're just starting to roll in. So, if anybody wants to join me, you have about an hour to get ready, meet me, as long as you can keep up in the fucking woods, stay quiet, and like not be a baby. So if anybody wants to join me, can wash off real quick. You know, no perfumes, no lights. As long as you can keep up in the woods in the fucking dark, more than welcome to come. So anyway, got about an hour to meet me. Yeah. Anyway, just message me, text me, do whatever. Yeah, and you know, I'm sure you know what might not happen, etc. So be prepared for that. Anyway, yeah, just message, text, do whatever. I'll be leaving out here shortly as soon as I get back home. Rinse perfume off myself, cover up, etc. So just message. You can meet me. You can go with. Just don't need anybody that's gonna slow down in the woods and whatnot. So anyway, there's that. Just holler. Later, peeps.
When I get off of here, I'm going to look for the video real hard. Give me a week. Give me a week, I'll find it. I'm going to look for the video real hard where she tells you, and I even covered it in a couple lives, where she tells you how she got pew-pewed or stabbed or something while trying to save another little girl with a man she was dating while her and Andy broke up. And Andy spoke about this in my chat. It's fucking absolutely 100% fucking true. I'm going to go look for all of that. Jody Sue is no fucking saint. She's over there putting on a show like she is, and she absolutely is fucking not. And I'm tired of her shit. Sorry. Back to why we're here.
From what I was told, she was. Well, I don't know if you heard the Cloud Apartments with the Kingsport. They tore a whole freaking section of housings out just because of Andy and her. Whether they waited or they lived.
Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah. Because the whole place was condemned for roaches and.
So Cloud Apartments in Kingsport. Okay, yeah. So they lived there at one time. When people thought that she was one that would sell herself, like, did she have a pill problem? Pill problem? Is that was her drug of choice?
I think it's coke or crack.
Because Fred last time mentioned something about a silver car Andy was driving, and he said that the truck Andy was following went up 100 to 167 Ben Hill. Do you know about a silver car? Like what car? Silver car Andy was driving.
Like Cube thing. Which was a Cube.
Oh, is it one of their vehicles?
I think it was the one that had the two wheels driving. That little cube-looking thing.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know of any type of domestic abuse between Andy and Jody Sue?
She's always calling when he's beating on her.
She would say that he was beating on her?
But I've never seen her this Mark. I've always seen Andy walk away. From what I've seen, he just get in his car and leave. I ain't listening to it and say and go on.
Is Fred pretty close to him?
No.
Do you know anything about them snitching? Andy or Jody Sue snitching?
Oh, yeah.
Did they snitch to get out of something in like 10 years ago or something?
They snitched on the guy, Kenny Lawson.
Kenny Lawson. That sounds very, very familiar.
They gave him a ride home from the damn jail, and when he got in the vehicle with them and they got pulled out.
Kenny Lawson was part of the James Light bust. Jody went down in a small operation. I forget the name of it. I covered it. They were good. That's why the 313 project is important, and I need to go over that. I need to show you how these little small busts work. They used Jody. They catfished Jody and Andy to snitch on the bigger, in my opinion, the bigger fish. Look at Kenny Lawson. I really, 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 really implore you to dig into Lang. Barbara Lang, and I think the other name was Thomas Lang. Georgia, Chattanooga, pill clinics. Jody and Andy were deeply involved with the people who were involved in that rug bust. That doesn't mean they took Summer, but it shows you the dynamics of Ben Hill Road and what was going on there and what continues to this day, in my opinion. Where Ronnie Lawson says they don't have a problem, I beg to differ. I just showed you guys the other day. Let me show you again. Right after Summer went missing,
Three people were arrested in Hawkins County after officials found suspected drugs during a traffic stop. The sheriff's office says they identified the car from a tip that there would be a delivery of a large number of narcotics by a car with a Georgia registration. Deputies say they found multicolored forms of heroin, fentanyl, pills believed to be ecstasy, and a Glock pistol. The three suspects were identified as Matthew Cabbage, Misty Rouse, and Timothy Burke. All three are facing several charges.
According to a report by 6 News on Your Side dated July 8, 2021, a routine traffic stop on a Wednesday in Hawkins County, Tennessee, led to the arrest of 3 individuals and the seizure of over $100,000 worth of illegal narcotics. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office confirmed that the detained individuals included Matthew Cabbage, also known as TJ Misty Rolls, and Timothy Burke, known as Tim. The traffic stop targeted a silver 2012 Nissan Versa with Georgia license plates, following a tip about a significant narcotics delivery. TJ was identified as the front passenger, and the vehicle was intercepted on Timberline Drive, where all occupants were detained. The search of the vehicle revealed 1,131 grams of a crystalline substance, suspected to be methamphetamine, 52 grams of a gray, rock-like substance, believed to be gray death fentanyl, 39 grams of a pink rock-like substance, presumed to be pink heroin, 720 multicolored pills, thought to be ecstasy, 3 grams of a brown rock-like substance, suspected to be brown heroin, a loaded Glock 19 Generation 5, 9mm, located in a suitcase in the trunk. The narcotics have an estimated total street value of approximately $115,300, broken down as follows. Methamphetamine $90,500. Heroin $18,800. Ecstasy $6,000. Further investigation revealed that all 3 suspects were convicted felons with past offenses related to drugs and theft. Despite having active warrants from Florida and Ohio, the suspects will not be extradited from Tennessee. Following the arrest, all suspects were transported to the sheriff's office where they were read their Miranda rights and provided written statements. The charges filed include Matthew TJ Cabbage and Misty Rolls' possession of methamphetamine, heroin, and ecstasy with intent to deliver, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Timothy Tim Burke, possession of methamphetamine, heroin, and ecstasy with intent to deliver, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving while in possession of methamphetamine.
Over, and they found cocaine in the car, and they took Kenny right back to prison. As Jody Sue and them said that it was his.
But was it his or? So what, did that happen?
Out of jail.
How long ago was it that she was known as somebody who would sleep around for money? Even while she was with Andy, like, did he know about it? Was he okay with it, you think?
All I know is he took her to and from work and picked her up.
But
She didn't have a good name when I first moved to Tennessee.
now how long ago was that?
And that's been 20 years.
So
Me and Fred's been together 20 years.
20 years. But does she still do those type of things, you think? Do you think she's still into drugs real bad, or is it just like occasional, or?
I don't know what she does now. I know she probably thinks she smokes pot.
No, that's not a big deal. That doesn't count.
But I'm not heard that she's done anything recently. I can't say that I've seen her hired or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that truck, that maroon truck that they was looking for,
Yeah.
Jody Sue was driving the damn thing. That little Toyota truck.
She's still driving it? Or?
I know it was her mom was driving it.
So she was driving around that maroon truck around that time?
Mm-hmm.
She was?
Because it was 2 days later, she come in the holler and moving her stuff out from Andy's. Driving that truck.
This 2 days after Summer went missing?
Well, after y'all come that day.
Oh.
It was 2 or 3 days after that. She gave me a ride and hollered.
And she was driving that
in
truck.
That yellow truck. We broke down to the front of the holler. And she just gave me a ride on up here because I was trying to get his truck on in the holler. And she gave me a ride on up here. And we hadn't seen that truck until that night, and Fred's like, "Did you realize what truck that was?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's that damn yellow truck. I mean, what truckers are looking for? Maroon truck are looking for, ain't it?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." He said, and Jody Sue's the one that made that comment about him not finding the ladder rack.
Oh my God.
Said all they have to do is take the ladder rack off of it.
Oh my God. I wonder, I mean, are they still looking for that maroon truck? Do you know, or or did they just figure out that it was like?
I had no idea.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just don't make no sense.
Where did they see? Do you remember where they said they saw the maroon truck? Like the day Summer went missing? Like who spotted it and like where it was at?
I have no idea.
Or if it was just like
it was seen in the holler, I think.
just on this. So in the holler means on Ben Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she was. You know what I think she was doing? I think she was waiting for Candace and her mom to get home that day in that truck, waiting to see what kind of pills they got. I really feel like that because I mean, I just know how I was, I just remember back to my using days, and if they owed her Jody Sue some type of pill,
you would know, Ziggy. Your green card marriage days, right? Your Miami days, right? You would know all about it. You eat them patches. You even do the dance. I can't get over that dance. We gotta do it. No, because it takes my monetization off. Damn it. We ain't gonna do it today. But that eating the patch dance is funny as fuck, yo. Here, we'll do it without the sound. What do you think? Let's listen to it without the sound. We'll go to Benny. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This shit's funny as fuck. Where is it? Hold on, we're gonna take the sound off. You ready? We'll put it in big screen. I'm gonna put new music to it. She's eating the patches. Wait, look, here it comes. Boom, boom, boom. Someone's giving them to her. She's running to them. She's running away from the police. Holy shit. Fuck. Run. Eat them. Eat them, Ziggy. Eat the shit out of them patches. Boom. Okay.
Like if she was, if like Candace or the grandma was fronted some kind of pills, or if they owed Jody Sue, because Jody Sue she had cancer, or right, or did she supposedly, or
I don't know. She hollered and said she was here not too long ago. She had cancer, but
she's not a very honest person. So what can we believe? You know.
I think it's just another ploy for sympathy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was waiting for Candace and them to get home that day, and she was waiting on something and wanted to see when they got home, so she was down on that maroon truck waiting for them. That's what would make sense to me, because I don't know, with the reception and stuff, I don't know if she has Wi-Fi over there. Like, she probably would have been just waiting down there, especially if she was like going through withdrawals or whatever. And
she still got her kids.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, that's another thing I don't understand.
Why is she's not responsible with kids? No?
I mean, for that little boy's most of his childhood, up until Andy's grandma died not too long ago, well, just about 5 years ago, she raised him. Kids him 24 hours a day. And
Holly
she was
did?
so mean. No, not Holly. It was Andy's grandmother. Lita.
Uh-huh.
One that lived.
The same one that she's going to tell us is being essayed by Jerry in a little bit here. Sounds like she's not all right in her mind, and the family let this shit go on for years. Andy B fucking threw a fit in my damn chat about that. What my grandma got to do? What did he say? Earl, you watching? Because Earl cracked the fuck up about the way he said it. It was this video, actually. It might be in my comment section. I have to go look. What my meemaw got to do with it or something. Here's what he got to do with it. They raised your kids, and we're both always piss poor fucking parents, and you raised some little hellion. However, he got his shit together, probably because Summer went missing, and you and Jody made a mockery of him and your daughter's life, in my damn opinion. That's my opinion. My opinion does not match to anybody else's. But thank God the young man went into the services, has a baby, and is doing amazing, and got as far the fuck away from y'all as he possibly fucking could, in my fucking opinion. Little man, I hope you do well. Thank you for your service to our country.
that house.
Okay.
Sweet. She was a sweet woman. But ain't that little boy Andy was so damn mean to her, it wasn't even funny. I thought it would be crap.
Does he have a bad reputation? Is it Andy Jr. that people call him? I guess his real name's Damien. I've been calling him Andy this whole time because Fred Hill called him Andy, and I figured that was his name, Andy Jr. I guess that's just a nickname or something, right?
Call him, what did we call him? Andrew, I think.
His name, I guess, is legally Damien.
I really don't remember what his name is.
So does he have a bad reputation?
He was just a mean little boy when he was young. I mean, they wouldn't make him mind, and he'd pick up stuff and hit Cleta. And her, an old woman, old woman.
He would hit her.
Pick a broom up, hit her across the back with it.
A broom handle? Wow. Did he do
a little poodle?
Yeah.
He beat it.
He beat it to death?
No, not to death. He just beat it.
With?
He hit it with something. I don't remember what it was.
He hit up the poodle with something.
Yeah.
Did it get
He was just a little kid. He'd get so fit. I think Andy and them wouldn't show up like they were supposed to or something, and he was so fit. Sweetie would have to call us or call Ron to come up there and help her with him because he was so fit and beat her, throw stuff at her. And
does he have? Do you know? But does Andy Jr. I'll just call him Andy Jr. Is he known to do anything weird sexually, like have anything that with kids?
Even if that was the case, Ziggy, he was underage. Cam did the same fucking thing with the Pam Sanchez and then put a picture up of a man in his 50s. Their son is 18 and looked nothing like that man they showed. You don't know what kind of hell that little boy went through while his father hit his mother in front of him constantly. You are. And I'm guilty of it too, and it took a little bit of education and learning. Exploiting Jody Sue's son. As you see, I could sit here and put Jody Sue down and tell you what I don't like about her, but I don't have to do that by asking questions about her child. Now, the man was over 18. He came out on the news. He spoke about a scream. Those things are important. But not for us. They're important for law enforcement, and Jody Sue's a damn fool for even talking her son into doing that. That's what I call hindering a case, in my opinion. Hold on. WJHL.
The street from a neighboring property. On mirroring mountains, together they can be described as sentinels which sit high over Ben Hill Road. The night Summer went missing, the neighbor swears that she and her two children heard a scream shortly before they joined the search for a now missing Summer Wells.
It's there, but you want to forget.
On the watch and hypervigilant. That's how Jody Sue Brown was the very day Summer Wells went missing.
There was no TV, no noise at all.
Jody Sue was in her cabin with her teenage kids, 19 and 14, waiting for anything.
We were kind of hyper alert because of property things that had happened the day before. So we were listening for noise. Everything was kind of quiet.
The sale brought a plethora of people to their door, confused about which piece of land was for sale, leading to a dispute of property lines.
While we were out at one point doing survey lines, and there was a flash of a car that went up Candace and Donnie's driveway. Something about it struck me wrong.
She and her family next heard a truck door slamming and dismissed it as their neighbors. The next sound was harder to justify. About an hour and a half before Summer is thought to go missing, Jody Sue, her son, and her daughter heard something far more suspicious. A scream.
Stopped all three of us cold.
Her daughter was the first to go to the cabin door. Then all three were there, listening still.
We heard just this kind of shrill, almost animalistic scream.
Animalistic, but not an animal.
Knew it was, wrong. It wasn't a dog. It wasn't an animal.
That vigilance kicking into overdrive. Jody Sue and her son went out to look for the source of the scream.
My son and I decided to go out, look and see what we could see. We went back onto the bank. Didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything.
They went on with their evening. The kids returned to being kids. Jody Sue headed down her driveway around 6 to tend to flowers.
And at this point, I start hearing Candace hollering for Summer. And then my brain immediately went, scream earlier, this, uh-oh.
Jody Sue was the first to hear those calls and the first to join the search for Summer.
I dropped my purse. I tried to yell up at Candace. I was like, I'm looking, and I started looking.
Jody Sue searched one side of a creek, Summer's brothers the opposite side.
And you gave statements to the police, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Jody Sue had been interviewed many times by investigators, bringing up the scream often. But the sheriff doesn't believe the scream is related to the disappearance of Summer Wells.
She's been interviewed numerous times by not only my agency, but the TBI and FBI, and we don't find anything with that complaint or information related to this case.
Jody Sue wishes she could go back to just a short time before Summer disappeared and before the scream she believes was Summer.
I wish every day that when I heard that scream, I hadn't tried to dismiss it.
Referencing the work of the FBI, TBI, and his own deputies, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson reiterated in an interview the same week as Jody Sue's that investigators have found absolutely no proof that an abduction has taken place. In the Beech Creek community, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
I'll have to show it another day. I was looking for a video I had made a while back. I think I have it in my Canva, or I must have put it on private. I don't know why I would have. But it's what hinders the case, and it wasn't made with AI. It was strictly research that I had done. So when I get a chance, I'll share it in my community post, and you guys can watch that, and it'll go with that. I do believe Jody hindered the case. She shouldn't have brought her son to the news. She shouldn't have brought the scream to YouTube. That should have stayed within the police. She made a mockery of herself, putting herself out there and putting herself into the case. That is my opinion. That is my judgment. That is how I feel about it. It's not an attack. It's just that I feel she should have stayed private. There was a time she accused Dawn of stating who she was because he pointed to the fucking moon and said, "Oh, that's my house." And then she said, "Oh, Dawn doxed me." That's not really what happened. He didn't give your name. You came out and made it apparent that it was you. You wanted the fucking attention at the beginning of Summer's case, in my opinion. And then you got unwanted attention, and now you're over there playing motherfucking Teresa, and you're really fucking not. And I'm not sitting here trying to be rude, Jody Sue, but the way you treat people and the way you talk about people and the way you say people connect is sickening to me. When you have a past that you really do connect to criminal organizations and were arrested for it. Like true public information out there. So before you go fucking accusing people of being involved in criminal organizations, don't you think you ought to think about your own past?
I don't know about any of that.
Okay.
Ain't heard any.
Or PB Tom, was he in? somebody now the new thing is that he was seen in the wooded woods of Dawn and Candace's area before Summer went missing. That he was caught back there snooping around or doing something. I don't know if you had heard anything like that. Have you seen Andy Jr. do anything like you don't know? I mean, because last time Fred was like, "Oh, that kid's about capable of anything." But do you know anything like that? Like, I mean,
Fred knows him better than I do.
yeah.
I mean, I know him when he was a little boy, and I thought he was a little brat.
Yeah.
I couldn't wear his life out.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to the way he scared.
Yeah, not that disrespectful.
Look at a young woman and kick her in the leg.
I know, that's just crazy.
That's just nonsense. Be one man and he get jerked up so fast his head spins.
Really, Fred's first cousins with Andy's mom.
Fred's really not getting close to any of them, to be honest. Fred's kind of a loner.
Yeah.
Every time somebody would say, oh, he played that.
I don't know. I feel like Jody Seward's got something involved in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
something's
do,
going on.
Because her and Andy didn't stay. You never seen them at the bottom of the hill or nothing. Never. You might see them pull up at their mailbox or something or get mail or something when Louise coming in or out or something other. You know. But as far as just standing down there, listening, trying to figure out what's being said and stuff. So Summer went missing. They stood down at Bomb Hill for 3 solid days and nights. Their kids brought them food and sat down there to them.
What were they doing? Sitting chairs or something?
Yeah.
Right at
Sitting around and standing there and sitting in. They had their car parked down there, sitting there and trying to listen, talk to everybody that was around right there and stuff. I mean, it just made me feel like they kind of covered something up or something. I mean,
That's why I was wondering if that's what was going on with Jody too. Like she was scared of, like she was doing some drug stuff and was afraid of, because she had to
I didn't even know they didn't do no dancing.
So why do you think something happened the 14th?
Well, I'm trying to think how to say it. Just things that Jody Sue and Andy had said and stuff on the 15th on the evening, it's all been recorded. But just some stuff that they had said, stuff that made me, and the law even thinks that too.
Oh no! Why are they all so worried about land back there? Jody Sue and also the Redmonds. Why are they so worried about having that whole holler back there?
I have no idea why they're doing that. I mean, like Andy and them, they sold off and sold off and sold off. I don't know why they even saying anything, you know.
They've sold off? What do you mean?
I think they sold off quite a bit of property over the years, you know.
Yeah.
Off of that. But just like Andy, what reason they didn't want Dobbs there is because he had his pot patch right there at the edge of their property, the Dobbs and their property, and they was having a conflict over that.
Oh. I figured it was something like that, so it was the pot plants.
Yeah, that come out Andy's own mouth.
Okay.
And it's on tape too.
Yeah. So law enforcement.
But like I was saying, I feel like Andy and Jody and Grandis and Candace and Dawn and Marlena, I think them's the key people right there.
Yeah, me too.
Me 3, but I'm gonna add Fred and Karen and Julie Elliott and a possible Ziggy.
Me too. That's
My opinion.
that's the main
Right.
group.
See, a lot of people like try to say, well, if they have Andy on tape, then why isn't he arrested? You know, like if they had him on tape on the road and he's saying he wasn't on the road, that's like a huge discrepancy. Why aren't police like badgering him?
Yeah. Because if they arrest him on some bullshit charge, and then they can't make it stick or whatever, then it clears him of other charges. You see what I'm saying? They got to make sure when they do pick these people up,
Yeah.
that their charge
Yeah.
is,
That's kind of like,
you know,
yeah, like you hear that case about oh gosh, what's her name in Colorado? Barry.
A lot of people attack the TBI and law enforcement, but what you don't understand is that when you go to trial, you only get one shot. Whoever is responsible for making Summer go poof, their time's coming. I think law enforcement just needs to make sure they know everything, and I think this is bigger than anybody can ever expect. That's my opinion. We hear Pruitt say, oh, we think, and Lawson, we think a bear got her. We think she went into the woods. Well, then you tell me, why is the investigation still open? And why are they going to Van Hill to search where all of these same people have a connection to that property? I believe they put it out there to stir shit, number one. I think that it doesn't change who YouTube's suspects are because all of them people are related to that property. I think the police are thinking, and I think when you hear, man, this is going to be a little longer live, I guess, than I anticipated. They've been extremely clever in investigating the Summer Wells case.
We don't have the evidence in this case to know for sure whether or not Summer was abducted or whether or not she walked away from her home and became lost. It's really important to us to not focus all of our efforts on just one of those two. We think that the only way we'll be successful in finding Summer is to continue to walk down both of those investigative paths to ensure that we don't become focused on one area alone and miss something that's crucially important. I would say this case has not gone cold. A cold case is typically framed up as a case where there are no tips or leads that are coming in and there are no investigative efforts that are happening because there is no place to travel with the investigation. I would say in this case, thanks to the public, we've continued to have tips and leads that have come in that agents have been able to follow up on continuously. And the agents have worked tirelessly when tips and leads weren't coming in to try to find ways to investigate when typically people would lay down their effort. It has been a great partnership between the community and law enforcement to not let this case sit and go sterile. We continue to focus on ground search efforts. We continue to focus on interviews of those who may have information about vehicles that have traveled through the area or technology that could have been used that may give us an investigative lead. All stones are being turned over. There's not one thing that's being done. We've been extremely creative as we've investigated this case and continue to try to find ways to turn over rocks that we didn't even know that were there to turn over. Children are our top priority at TBI. They are the most vulnerable population that we have. They're our most precious things in our world. TBI has always placed an emphasis on missing children, and we've done that through multiple programs that are established here. We look for children when most people aren't. And this case is one that we've just not been able to overcome, and it's troubling. Many people have speculated what they think has happened in this case. The difficult part of the speculation is that if we as investigators speculate and focus our efforts in one direction, we're making a huge mistake. We have to make sure that we're being completely comprehensive as we investigate. And
He's telling you Prude's a fucking liar when they say they're only focusing on a bear or in the woods. He's telling you he believes there's other avenues to search, and he's going to continue to tell you that as he speaks. Dolly's saying there ain't been an update since 2022, and that's a lie. There's been a few. Leslie Earhart also did an interview about their community in the TBI, and she threw some Summer Wells information in there. People ain't paying attention. Keep listening how he's thanking the public for throwing in tips, and how he's going to go on to say that tips quit coming in. And that was a huge mistake. People were scared to turn tips in. That's what he's saying. Listen to him.
And being focused in one direction is a tragedy for an investigation. So until we find evidence that points us in a direction that we know is the right direction, we'll continue to be comprehensive. We'll continue to explore every option that can be out there, and we would continue to ask for the public's help in doing so. Typically, we have a couple of agents assigned to an investigation, and that's been enough. We've had over 6,500 leads, tips and leads come in on this case. Those have all been reviewed. They've been worked. We continue to get those. And it is a monstrous task, but it's one that's not overwhelmed us. We have been strategic in the way that we've handled this investigation. We have some of our most talented agents assigned to this case, some of our most talented intelligence analysts from the Bureau assigned to this case. We have brought in subject matter experts within TBI from across the state to assist in this investigation. We have thrown everything that we know to throw at this case, and we haven't had the answers that we need to get. We know we'll get them, but we don't have them today. When I see the picture of Summer Wells, I see my daughter. And I can tell you that if my daughter was missing, I would sure hope that somebody was looking for her every day. And it brings me concern and satisfaction, really, the concern that we don't have the answers, the satisfaction of knowing that we have the best agents at TBI that are working on this case in connection with other local law enforcement and federal agencies who are doing their best. And if my daughter was missing, all of the people that are working on this case are the people who I would choose to work on a case if my daughter was missing.
Morphew?
Seem like I'm hearing
Well,
something about it.
he was a suspect in his wife's murder or his wife's disappearance. And they didn't they didn't have a body until recently.
Yeah.
And this happened like a few, I don't know, soon after Summer went missing. It took a couple, maybe not soon after, but Barry was arrested and they didn't have a body, and they even charged him with murder and stuff, but they couldn't make it stick. They couldn't make it stick. They didn't have a body, and they had to let it drop. And then after they dropped the charges, they find her. So I don't know what's happening. He hasn't been rearrested or.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like that. You see, it messes everything up. See that in that state, they'll have to have the body more likely. More or less what you're saying. And where they charged him with murder, and then they didn't have no body, and they had to release him because they didn't have no body. Then if they did find the body, they can't charge him for that. So that's what I'm talking about in Summer's case, you see.
Yeah.
But they, in state of Tennessee, they can charge you even if they ain't got the body. They just got to have a certain amount of evidence,
Yeah.
that they are deceased.
See, that could be something else too. That could be also another reason why people aren't, because we haven't, we don't even have a body, or we don't know where Summer is, so we don't know what happened to her. So it's hard to bring charges.
Yeah.
What do they charge Andy with?
Say what?
What could they charge Andy with? Like, from just I'm trying to even think, would they even be able to charge him with? Like,
I don't know what they could charge him with, really. I mean, right now, just arrest him on without hard evidence, really nothing. I mean, they got proof that he was in the holler, this, but without the forensics, DNA of this and DNA of that, and then stuff here and there, it's hard to put them in place.
yeah. Yeah.
But, see what?
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
There's more cameras on that road than just one.
Mhm.
That puts a lot of people. I mean, you're even on camera when you come in and stuff.
Yeah.
When we first met,
Yeah.
everybody's on camera that comes in that holler.
Did
And
you
there's a
see me?
camera-
Did you see me on camera? You actually see me?
Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Several times.
But see,
Yeah,
that was
everybody's on
after
camera.
Summer
I
went
mean-
missing. Why would they care about after?
I know. Hey, there've been cameras on that road for years, honey.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for summer. It was before summer, years before summer.
I know, but I wasn't there before Summer.
Your call has been accepted.
Hey,
Yeah.
but I wasn't saying that you was there before summer. I was just saying that you was on, it showed that you
Yeah.
on camera and stuff too,
Yeah.
Not doing that. Oh, it just shows you and driving in the holler and stuff. See, there's actually 4 different cameras on that road.
Yeah.
There's one as you come into holler at the stop sign,
Mhm.
but it's across the road. It's straight on the other side of the main highway. So when you come up to the stop sign, you're on camera.
Okay.
There was one right before you get to Don Wills' driveway on the other side of the road
Mhm.
where I'm trying to think.
Don?
You guys stop right there on Dobbs's property on the corner.
Or Don. I said Don. The blue roof Don, they call him, because he has a blue roof. Like, his name's Don too. The one that lives at Beach Creek and Ben Hill.
Absolutely had cameras that pointed at the cemetery. Actually, the wife came out and showed them cameras while JLR was walking down the street. So World Prayer Garden goes on and says, and Andy Bernard says, let's dig up a fucking grave. That's craziness to me. Do you think for one fucking second that the police wasn't over there fucking looking while they had Ben Hill Road fucking blocked off? It's literally right across the street from Ben Hill Road. Y'all are sick that you would go try to have somebody's family member's body exhumed. If that is an exploitation of the dead, I don't know what the fuck is. Hey, but I'm the crazy one. Go exhume someone's fucking body in Beach Creek. That'll make the whole neighborhood happy, don't you think? Y'all sick.
I'm talking about Jackie Dobbs.
Oh, okay. But Jackie Dobbs didn't have put up a camera, did he?
No, I had a camera set up there.
Oh, okay.
I had a camera set up where deers and stuff that come off of the thing.
Who gave you permission to set up a camera on property that didn't belong to you? Kathy Bays, right? She owned that property at one time, and there was a shootout there. Let's go see if we could find that, because I promised to cover that. Wow. Okay, I found it. I was hoping to find a video. Hold on. Why isn't it showing it? This is from the Greenville Sun. I got it. Here it is. It had to load. Man killed, others wounded in Beach Creek shootout, March 26, 2003. This is Dobbs' property, guys. And down the street, down Beach Creek. Multiple shots were fired outside a residence in Beach Creek community of Hawkins County on Sunday night, resulted in the death of a Rogersville man, injuries to 4 other people. Hawkins County Sheriff Warren Reimer identified the man who died as Roy Jack Dykes, 64, 4170 Beach Creek Road. The Beach Creek community is located north of Baileyton in eastern Hawkins County, not far from Hawkins County-Greene County line. Dykes, who was said to have numerous gunshot wounds to the chest, was transported by Churchill Emergency Medical Service Westmont Holston Valley Medical Center in Kingsport, where he was pronounced unalived Sunday night. 3 Pewing victims were listed in stable condition on Tuesday, and another had been treated, released according to Sheriff Reimer. Among the wounded were Roy Jack Dykes, son of Bob Dykes, who suffered 2 gunshot wounds to the neck in Sunday night's incident. Sorry, my monetization is going to be poof. Bob Dykes was flown by Wings Air Rescue helicopter to Westmont Holston Valley Medical Center for treatment Sunday night. Another Dykes relative, Stanley Dykes, was hit by 3 shots, including one in the right leg. That would be Jeremy Pell's father-in-law, Stephanie Pell's father. In the right leg, on one in the left leg, and one in the right thumb, according to Hawkins County authorities. Another victim who was identified as Richard Davis reportedly had 7 Pew gun pellet wounds in both legs and 1 in the chest. His wife, Jeanette Davis, also was wounded in a hail of gunfire Sunday night at the Davis residence on Ben Hill Road. You see that? Ben Hill Road. It's Dobbs' property. Kathy Bays owned it at the time. Miss Davis apparently suffered 1 gunshot wound to her upper right chest, officers said. Sheriff Reimer, who arrived at Richard Davis's residence on Sunday night along with several other deputies and detectives, stated, "We are in the early stages of an investigation." Witness statements: Corporal Chad L. Glenwater and Sergeant Tony Allen. So Tony Allen's very aware of the drugs and the crime down in Beach Creek, no matter what fucking Lawson says, who covers for his son, in my opinion, were the first officers to arrive at the scene, according to the sheriff. Glenwater said, "I spoke with Bobby Dykes, a passenger in a silver Chevrolet Cavalier, who was able to speak briefly with me. He stated that he, his father, and Stanley Dykes had gone to the home of Richard and Jeanette Davis on Ben Hill Road, Dobbs' property. Dykes was only able to tell me there were several shots fired from numerous types of firearms by numerous people." Deputy Glenwater also told Rogersville Review that Bob Dykes told investigating officers that his father, Roy Jack Dykes, and Richard Davis were pewing at each other. After pewing ended, Glenwater said Dykes told officers he slid over the driver's seat with his deceased father and drove from the scene back to Dykes' residence on Beach Creek Road. While officers were responding to the call at Dykes' residence, they received information that Davis and his wife, Jeanette, were both at the hospital, Wellmont Holston Valley Medical Center, seeking treatment for gunshot wounds, according to Hawkins County Sheriff Department news release. Davis allegedly told Deputy Glenwater the three men, Roy Jack Dykes, Bob Dykes, and Stanley Dykes, had come to his home and an argument had begun. Deputy Glenwater, Glenwater, sorry if I'm chopping a name, told the Review that Davis said a physical altercation took place between Stanley Dykes and a guest at his home, who could only be identified as Michael. The guest was later identified as Michael Ruth, according to Sheriff Detective Lieutenant Alan Kidd. Davis stated he then fired a .32 caliber pistol into the air in an attempt to get Stanley Dykes off of the guest. But Roy Dykes began firing a pistol, and one shot struck his wife Jeanette in the upper chest area. Corporal Glenwater said, "This all happened on Dobbs's property." Davis also alleged told authorities that he saw Stanley Dykes get what appeared to be a shotgun from the car, and Dykes began shooting in the direction of his wife himself. He, Davis, stated once he learned his wife had been shot, the 12-gauge shotgun from his home, and began firing toward all three men who were also firing shots, said Glenwater. Sheriff Department reports indicated that Stanley Dykes left the scene on foot, but approximately 2 hours later came to Wellmont Holston Valley Medical Center for treatment of his wounds, officers said. On Tuesday, Detective Kidd said no charges had been placed, and it's not known what the initial argument was about. So somebody dies, people go to the hospital with gunshot wounds, and nobody gets charged, just like Fred Hill. Beginning to see a pattern here?
Okay.
Video of there's trail cams all up and down that holler that people don't realize.
Oh, okay.
Stop people in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
So trail cam, what it does is just like if something passes it, it takes a picture.
yeah, it takes every picture that passes, and some of them has video and audio. Yeah. So, and see, Andy was even on camera on Fort Fields Road too. So on the 15th.
But yeah, did he say he was? I mean, did he admit to that?
Well, he said that he.
Something I forgot to say. Keep in mind, this is all property they were fucking fighting over. That proof is in the pudding. Hold on, wait. Since I decided we're going to go till whenever here. Because covering this really made me feel some sort of way here today. Let me go back to Canva. This is the video I'm looking for. I found the thumbnail, but I can't find the fucking video. It's like it's been deleted from my computer. I was looking for it a few minutes ago. But anyways, if you see that video of mine, let me know. All right. Let's go to Jody Sue. Fred has cameras on his property. Stanley Dykes is pewing people. There's been like the wild, wild west going on this little bankment of hill that Jody Sue says nobody wants, but it should have been folded back into the land, right? Let's go find at least one of these videos. Oh, there's that one. Hold on. We'll pick a short one. Miss fucking Mother Teresa over there, right?
Okay, so I figured I'd give everybody an update. You know, the whole like 4 of you. Anyway, so, cause I'm in a fucking mood again. So, just not in the typing mood. Anyway, so apparently, I don't know, shit's just going fucking sideways lately. But, all kinds of crazy shit's been happening. Finally had to threaten that bitch's insurance with attorneys in order to get them. Told them if they didn't hear from them by the last Friday that we're calling an attorney, and it was like 4 a.m. By 8 o'clock that morning, I had a response and them sending out adjusters and all kinds of other shit. So, or whatever you call it, with anyway. So. That's maybe working, and then that bitch called her twice to tell her fucking insurance she needed to do something before he hired a fucking attorney, because they weren't doing what dude, just not returning calls, not answering the fucking phone. Insurance people, I don't know, they're trying to get out of it, and I ain't playing that fucking game with them. So anyway, they called, and did all that shit as soon as we threatened with fucking attorneys. So then that was at least good news. But then I realized I missed my tattoo appointment, one of the two upcoming, for no reason. I don't know what the fuck's wrong. Probably just all this bullshit with property crap. So then, so that sucks. And then a couple hours before Mother's Day at midnight, my oldest cat decided it was time to go on me. So, and that was one my papa had. I got from my papa's. So, yeah, and past few months, it just seems like a thing with me, a cycle. I've had other animals come from friends. It seems like as soon as they pass, the animals, even though they've been with me for years and since they were babies, they go. And I was dreading it, but I, didn't expect it, and it came out of the blue. So I kept him with me overnight, and then buried him on Mother's Day. So that was nice, and I decided I'm getting smart, so I wasn't going to post about that on Mother's Day. That way every year I could be reminded of that. And my poor Bruce, God love him. He'd been through me with everything. Been here almost as long as my daughter has. So anyway. But then, so then, and if you notice, I'm a little fucking off, and I look like weird. But I've been refusing to take my fucking medicine for a little over a week now. Everybody's losing their shit about it because they're like, "You're gonna die," and I'm like, But the fucking medicine, y'all, I don't know what the hell has happened since I upped my dose again. But all it makes you want to do is jump off a fucking cliff, like instantly. And before, get a little iffy about the 7-hour mark after taking one with the other doses, and then for about 2 hours I'd be a little short. That was with the other ones. It wasn't bad. Okay, from my perspective, it wasn't. And then this newest dose, it would come on about 4 to 5 hours after you took it, and then really set in hard for 4 or 5 more hours And then by the time it was finished, my heart was going so fast that the pericarditis was just excruciating. All you want to do the entire time was just like fucking off yourself. And I knew that wasn't me and it wasn't right. I knew it was the medicine doing it to me. But I thought, I'll write it out. It'll adjust, blah, blah, blah. It did not. Wouldn't stop having a fucking period. That shit was for the birds. You want to go over here and get his things?
Yeah, we gotta go home.
No, we gotta go to Arby's.
That's what I'm at.
Okay. Anyway, so, and then they scheduled my next radiation appointment. I don't even know what the fuck's happening right now. I couldn't tell you. I'm just here for the ride at this point. But, not taking the medicine has me all fucked up. At this point, my eyes are starting to swell and kind of puff again. Memory's going. Fucking body's just destroyed. And my heart's hurting because I don't have my medicine. And, well, I do have it, but I'm not taking it.
I hate to be rude, but it's been 5 years and you're still fucking kicking. That's how you came out here crying for sympathy. I feel bad for you and your cancer, Jody Sue, but you were a fucking bitch before Summer went missing. I don't understand. I'm going to start calling you motherfucking Teresa. You're fake as fuck.
Taking a beating that way, but the pain is entirely different than when I'm on it. It's got my heart rate, and I'm so suppressed that it's going so fast. All it's doing is rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And but without it, I'm not able to breathe again, I guess, because it's not slowing the cancer.
There was a whole ass time she faked a heart attack. She had said she went down for the count in her trailer and got up and was magically fine, never went to the hospital. She just bounced through it. Anybody remember that?
Shit or doing whatever the fuck it does. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, or if it's sensitivities to just this particular, because I know that these medicines with the dyes can, you start having allergic reactions to certain ones. But this is the only dose of that medicine that has done it to me. But also I went, down probably to the absolute maximum suppression. And then, maybe a little bit beyond, but
So she's stating that medicine made her crazy. Would it make you crazy enough to do something this summer, Jody, or hide something? Or I'm curious. You're saying you wasn't in your right mind around the time Summer went missing. This was in May, right?
There was a point there, and if you know me, you know that I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm gonna go jump off a fucking bridge, the sky's falling. But let me tell you, every second of the fucking day that I was on this latest dose, it didn't matter what the hell was happening, even if nothing was happening. My ass was sitting there thinking like, I just want to go die somewhere. Just let me go fucking die somewhere. I'm sure some of my posts probably, clued a few people in, but there's definitely something fucking wrong with Moment Medicine. And it, I know it's the medicine when it's happening. I know, so it's not that hard to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. That's, dumb. But it wasn't even necessarily what was happening, because there's been a lot of shit happening lately, but that's nothing new in my fucking life. So I knew it wasn't right. I knew something was real fucking wrong, but I thought it would pass. It has not passed, and I'm not taking another fucking dose of my thyroid meds until somebody figures something out, because, like hell far. I can't live like that. I can't live like that, but I also can't live off medicine, so there's fucking catch-22 for you from hell. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I just know it sucks either way, with or without it. But honestly, hurting and feeling like I do right now, because the pain changes to an entirely different type of pain. It's like a deeper ache all over. everything, but I can tell my kidneys are taking a beating because, that medicine now regulates my whole body. Kidneys, liver, heart, brain, you fucking name it. So I can tell everything's taking a beating without it, even if it's in days, even though, it takes a while for it to completely go. I can tell. And it changed almost immediately from 24 hours of me not taking it. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm tired, can't do anything off of it, la 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 la. But when you're at a point,
What can I get for you?
just whatever it is, what he's on.
Okay, could I get 2 Southern Filet biscuits?
What else?
Notice, up until Summer went missing and she moved out into the trailer, her nails were always fucking done. Those are really cute, Jody, by the way. I like the tropical colors. Her nails were always done. She always had money. She had the car. She had a means of getting around. Yes, Andy was abusive to her. I absolutely believe that. I have heard it from a court-appointed person talking to her about her daughter. However, that doesn't make Jody motherfucking Teresa. I'm just so tired of her over there. Oh, I didn't do this, and this one did that, and that one did that, and this one's a criminal organization, and all the squats and the pennies and the tragedy pimps exposed, and the crystals and the CZs and the toxic pisses and the piss pads and the PGs and the Dollies and the Jonathan Lee Riches and the Molly Go Lightlys and the Tiffany Maries and the Benny Keys and the list goes on and on. She names people I never even fucking heard of before. Everybody is fucking wrong but fucking Jody Sue, when you can clearly see there was a family fucking dispute going on here, and it's your family that's out here playing motherfucking games and a missing child's case, and you came out here asking for fucking money. I also have a tab pulled up in my Canvas somewhere we're going to go over really soon again, where Jody Sue and Chris McDonough was on a panel for the marathon and did an interview together.
He went down there that day, but he didn't say why, But they're locking us down, hon.
All right. Well, call it. So this is called. You're not going to be let out probably again today, huh?
No, I won't be out again today. I'll
Okay.
talk to you though,
Okay. Sounds good.
All
All right. Love you too. We'll talk later.
right,
All right,
bye-bye.
bye.
Did you hear about that 138 Simpson Road?
Way before we knew about Ziggy and Fred. All right, I love you too. One of the first jailhouse calls, these two are already fucking. How about that? Fred just went to jail and Ziggy's telling him she loves him. All right, love you too. What's up with that, Zig?
Road property. Like, if she knows who lived in those
Smell.
trailers that are stacked together.
I don't know anybody over there.
You don't? Okay. Because there's like those 2 trailers that are pushed together. Do you know? And there's a little cemetery back there.
No.
You have never
I
noticed it?
I know where Jerry Simpson used to live, but I couldn't tell you if that's where it's at or not.
Who? Gary Simpson?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry Simpson. Okay.
I think that was his name. I know he was a creep too.
Okay. And was that somebody that was related to Cotton Simpson, you think? Roy Simpson?
I have no idea. I know that he was raping Andy's grandmother.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
And the whole family knew about it and did nothing about it. I believe it's in the comments of this video. have to look for him. I might have took it, but Andy went after me for this video. What's my meme all got to do with it? This lady's being assaulted by somebody named Jerry, and you're leaving your badass baby with her. Poor grandma. In my opinion, the abuse on Ben Hill goes far and deep for many generations. This is generational. This ain't nothing fucking new.
Go into my ancestry and see Jerry Simpson, like
I think
Gerry.
that's his name. Ziggy, you can ask Fred what his name was. He'll tell you.
Okay.
But I can't remember. I'm thinking his name was Jerry, but
What am I supposed to ask him? Ask him who?
Jerry Simpson.
Jerry.
But what if it's
Jerry?
Jerry? I think it was Jerry, Jerry.
Okay, Jerry Simpson. Okay, and you think he was living back over there?
I think that's where he lived over, yeah. Ask him who was doing that, was raping Cleta. What his name was.
Oh, okay.
How long has he been gone?
Probably about 10 years now, I guess.
10 years?
Wait, which one's Felita again? Who is that? That's
That was Andy's grandmother.
Okay, because I just I don't want to say, I don't know if they would like block that word or something, so I'm trying to think of how to say this to him.
Kind of relationship that Jody Sue and Candace had. Like, did you ever witness them going to each other's houses?
No.
Okay.
You don't know if they were friends or anything. Yeah, I don't think Fred knew either.
No.
Yeah.
And as far as drug activity, he didn't know anything really much about Dawn and Candace and, all Jody Sue and them. I guess they all just mind their own business there. I think everybody must have been into different types of substances or something.
Well, you
That's okay, Laura.
That's what.
Is Andy Bernard, is in your eyes? I mean, it's just your opinion. Is he a good guy, bad guy? What kind of guy is he?
Andy, he's always been decent to me.
Okay.
I never seen out the wrong character out of him, no.
Jody Sue,
But
she's not as nice.
Jody Sue ain't nothing but a lying, trifling whore.
Oh my God. She would, oh man.
If anybody believes her, then they're stupid. I'm sorry, but I can't tolerate stupidity, and that's just stupid.
Yeah, she was just in the chat having some things. She was in the chat earlier, I guess. I didn't notice until after.
And she just makes herself look stupid.
Well, she said, I don't know. She recently came out and said that she knew about some. And I mean, I'm not giving her a hard time about it because I'm sure Sherry beats herself up about it, but she knew about some type of that she knew that Dawn was taking the boys to dope houses, and coming back with and the boys supposedly would be bruised and have, I don't know. That's what I don't know. That's Jody Sue's claim. And she says she feels bad, and she was crying because she says she could have maybe saved them. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it? I don't know. I mean,
I think it's just another plot to get attention.
She was really crying really bad, but I know a lot of people do think that.
Man, she can turn the tears on quicker than anybody ever seen in my life. I speak the truth. If you don't want the truth, then don't ask me.
Why do you think that she would? What do you think the purpose of her making that up would be? about her making up that she
Attention. She is suffering from not having enough attention, man. She's got to have attention from people. That is what she's always been.
Okay. Even though it
Man,
has
when she worked bottoms up, people made fun of her.
when what?
When she worked at Bottoms Up, they made fun of her and booed her off the stage.
Oh, it's not a strip club.
She'll get up there and do it.
So that's the strip club, right?
Yes.
Okay, but so you think she would even lie about a case like a case about a little girl missing?
I think she would lie about anything that she thought that she would bring her attention. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
You guys didn't hang out with Jody Sue or anything ever?
No.
Okay. All right. All right.
Like
Well,
I said, I didn't like her because she got all over Facebook and said that we was looking for a horse one night, and she said that I was smoking meth walking out of the holler and that I was tripping, and they give me a ride, and then give me a ride out town, and then I ended up beating her back home, and I was stealing her damn designs off her mailbox. And I was smoking pot, and they smoked it with me, and then she wants to get on Facebook and tell that.
So was it very common that Jody Sue just to make up stories about people way before all this happened with Summer Wells? Was it something known?
I'm out of breath. Sorry, I ran downstairs to grab milk for my coffee. Let me see. Well, she had guts to get up there and dance. I wouldn't make fun of her as much. True, she did have guts to get up there and fucking dance. Whatever. I think Jody's beautiful. And I'm sure when she was younger, she was even more beautiful. You hear references to Andy got the girl. So it isn't that I think Jody's an ugly person outside. I think her inside is ugly. I think she's very judgmental for things she does. I think she's very political. I think she puts her own kids out there, and I think she came out here crying for fucking money, and I'd like to know why. I don't think she's an angel. I think she has a past. We all learn from our past and move on and get better with time, I hope. If you want to be a good human, we're all young ones. We all make fucking mistakes. I've made plenty in my life. I'm sure you all have too. However, she's a fucking bitch. Straight serious. Jody Sue's a bitch. And she has played games in this case. She has come out here with Chase. She has come out here with the whole group of Penny and them. She went to them. They went to her, but she went to them. They may have catfished her, but come on, you're grown. You know right from wrong. If you felt it was wrong, why did you do it? Think about that. Yes, she is very pretty. I think Jody Sue's a gorgeous girl. I don't think she's ugly, you know? My sister was a fucking stripper. However, I know how that works because that's where you get into trafficking. I've heard stories from my mother about my sister when my sister worked in a strip club in Killeen, Texas. Yeah, anybody know of a strip club in Killeen, Texas? I'd love to get information about that motherfucker. Anybody know some dude named Snoop or Bob Ward? They were there when it opened. Long story. Okay. I don't know. All right, we're getting into the school bus stop. This is the part I've really been wanting you guys to hear. This is about how I'm going to show you it's generational. Why Jody Sue wouldn't allow her children down to the bus stop. It ain't just Fred. His father was a rug dealer. Fred has told us Rick Crawford was a coke dealer. It's the whole fucking area. It's an operation that has been busted several times in several ways for manufacturing all over that community. And it could very possibly be why Summer is missing. And that includes Don, in my opinion, considering he came from the hotels where police saved his mother's ass, who moved there first, Miss Drywall, right? Running hotels that the police protected, according to Dawn.
In the community.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she
see.
also got on Facebook and said that Ronald was selling pills and that's the reason why she had to homeschool her children, because there was so much drug traffic.
Huh. That who was selling pills?
Fred's dad.
Was Ronald selling at the school? Wait, but no, Ronald didn't sell pills. That was just a rumor, right? That Jody Sue said?
Yeah. She said that that's the reason why she was homeschooling.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So why would that affect her kids? I don't understand.
So she was because the social services was in on her too, on her ass too, for her children not going to school.
Oh, she wanted an excuse. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Said that she couldn't let her kids even go to the school bus in the mornings because of the drug traffic.
Oh, okay. Well, they have online school now these days, but I don't know how good the internet is out there where she's at. I mean, it's pretty. I don't know if you guys can get good internet if it's paid for.
No. HughesNet, and it's a joke.
I was kind of curious too. Like, what kind of relationship did you see that Dawn and Andy had? Did they seem like they were friends and had any type of a relationship? Did you ever see them going anywhere together, hanging out?
No.
Okay.
I seen Dawn handing money the day that Summer went missing.
Yeah. That's crazy too. I'd like to know if has anybody I wonder if anybody's asked him that or if he's answered that. Actually, he might have said, I don't know. He might have answered it before.
What I heard was, so Andy and Jody were able to get out that night and get food, and Dawn gave him money to get them all food too. That's why, to get food. That's what I heard that was about.
Well,
because
that's funny because the other neighbor that lives in the house in front of Fred's mom and dad's brought them food that evening too.
Right.
Because I was standing there when she took it up on the hill.
Yeah, they were all trying to gather food. I think they didn't know they were going to get that food from the other neighbor, but Andy and Jody were able to get out that night and get out of the holler and drive. So they were the ones who were going to the store for things. So I think that's what I don't know though. I don't know the truth. That's just what I heard was that, because of the fact they were able to get cigarettes, they could get, stuff. So they were to bring stuff back.
What'd you say, Laura?
I was told it was pot.
For pot? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
probably
Dawn
was.
said pot too. I think
Yeah,
Dawn
probably
said it
was.
might have been pot. Okay, yeah. Where was Ronald that day? Laura, Andy B says y'all saw Ronald, not him. Whoa! Did you hear that, Laura?
Oh my God. Does he really think I'm that fucking retarded? Man, I know the difference between a black Ford Ranger and a damn silver car.
And plus, Ronald, they look completely different, don't they? Wasn't he basically?
Yeah, well, Ronald was an older man.
He passed away in November after Summer. Summer went missing, he was not in good health
He couldn't even drive himself anymore.
at that time. Yeah. So the fact that he's making excuses about that makes him look even more suspect to me. I don't believe it's like Kay Crime said about, oh, it was.
Well, first of all, why did he go to his property down the road? I mean, he hadn't been there in several years. Why on the day that Summer gets missing did you have to go to your property?
Yeah. And then Fred said that.
Answer that for me.
Yeah, and I wish I had my conversation with Fred. My last conversation with Fred when I went and saw you guys the last time. It didn't record, but that's when we talked about when Fred mentioned about the how the law enforcement had mentioned something like an area of disturbed dirt over there near where the Bernard property was off Fields Road, and Fred swears by it. He swears that law enforcement said that it looked like there had been, like she had been moved, like that she had been there at one time. So that's crazy. If you're aware that Jody said she'd burn the goddamn creek down, and does she think that Jody possibly could have started that fire?
She burnt the creek down?
She was saying she was threatening about burning the goddamn. She's threatened stuff like that before, but do you have an idea of who possibly did that to your guys' property?
Yeah, I know who done it.
Do you want to?
But I ain't gonna say.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
James Light burned down their property, she says later on. I don't know if it's in this recording, but there's a clip somewhere of her stating it was James Light. However, their property burned again after Summer went missing. The hillside did. Somebody was trying to set their property on fire several times over the years. Actually, I believe that's why Fred and Laura have a trailer, if my memory serves me correctly. Don't quote me on that. I have to look. A little black truck, Glenview tops. It was probably the truck Pell seen. Pell's wife and cousin or something coming out of Ben Hill Road. That TT talks about being on Chimney Top Loop, that everybody keeps trying to say it's a different truck. All right. Chad Nesbitt was reporting on a truck. Odd shit. I've covered it. Go look, or I'll cover it again, I'm sure, another day.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Josie Sue. She ain't got the fucking balls to do anything like that. She's all mouth.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm a little, I can't help it.
No, you're good. She put up a picture recently of her walking barefoot on Beach Creek. Like,
Wasn't that a creepy picture?
yeah.
It's like,
I fucking agree. I was looking for that and I can't find it. I swear I had it. It had to have been in my Dropbox. I'm gonna find that fucking picture, dude. She looked like a ghost. She had a white gown on, like she was trying to make herself known. And she posted it. Like, why are you posting pictures of you? They said after Summer went missing, she was in the woods every night till like 3 a.m. Her and Andy fucking battling about Jody Sue being in the fucking woods like a fucking weirdo. She said she was searching for Summer, but in the middle of the fucking night, let the police do that. Even they went home, Jody.
the ghost lady of Beach Creek.
Yeah.
Just like the day that the Summer went missing, she said that she went down to the creek.
Mm-hmm.
And something about she washed her feet off or something in the creek.
Right.
And was looking for footprints of Summer.
Yeah. And so she washed off.
I never did make no sense of that.
Right. No, neither did anybody else.
It sounded like she was saying that she more or less saying that she was down there trying to walk more.
Swear to God, this is a Mandela effect in the Summer Wells case. That's not what Jody said. That's not what Jody said at all. She said she didn't want her scent on her because she didn't want the dogs to imagine it was her instead of Summer, which I don't understand why you would smell like fucking Summer. That never made sense to me. And she said she went into the creek because the neighbor had boots on. She had sandals on. That's why she had gone into the creek. We could watch those 16 videos again one day. I think they're interesting and always worth going over. Although she's deleted some of them. I don't know what I have. She even put some other ones in place of them to make them look like the original. And they're not. They're just repeats. Numbered. Extremely fucking weird. Oh, she had that shit all over Facebook. Yeah, water makes no difference. So if she thought that was going to help, that's weird. But why would you want to not want to distract from Summer's scent? I think is what she said.
More or less just cover up proof that Summer was down that way.
Yeah.
Because why else would you be down there if you wasn't trying to get rid of something? Because they're looking for a child.
Yeah.
They're trying to find out who's been through here. If you're barefooted, then that's kind of stupid.
She was saying that she didn't want the dogs to smell her dogs or something crazy. I don't know.
She was thinking that
Like
the
I
only
said.
thing I could figure out what it was is she was thinking that that
I forget the word she used, but the trestle. She looked under the trestle, Glenview or something, the trail or something, the trial or something, which is where the end of that's where I say she was on Simpson Loop. At the end of Simpson Loop, there's a tunnel type thing in the creek. She may have fucked up. She said she went the other direction. Well, what the fuck was you doing at the other direction looking under the... I forget what it is. It's like a little tunnel thing. Tile. Yeah.
her own...
That means you walked the opposite direction.
Natural scent was going to interfere with the search dogs trying to find Summer. And that's why she was trying to say she was standing in the creek for. But
that don't even make one lick of sense.
It really doesn't, but that's the only thing I can figure out she was trying to say.
Those dogs are trained, they were trained to go
through the water.
For Summer, not for... If the dogs would have sniffed her, then they would have assumed that Summer had been near her. If she was worried about that, well, that wouldn't. That doesn't make. There's so many things that people say in this case that make me go, "What?"
Yeah. That picture was eerie. It was a screenshot of a security camera, and it was in black and white, and it looked like it was like 4 a.m. But it said it was 4 p.m. on the camera, so that was weird. It looked like it was taken in the middle of the night at like 3 or 4 a.m. and she's like in pajamas, barefoot, in the middle of the night walking down the road, and she...
In my opinion, it almost looked like a negative, like she edited it. And she made herself look ghostly. Fucking weirdo.
A screenshot of that up. I don't know what she was showing, but it was interesting. It made some interesting conversation for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, who's on meth now? 4:30 in the morning. Come on now.
Well, she has some awfully long lives for someone, and she just babbles and babbles and stares and babbles and stares and babbles and stares. It really, really, gets on my nerves. I can't watch it for more than 3 to 4 minutes. And then I have to change it and hope somebody clips something interesting.
Jim, where you been? Where you been, Jim? I just want to say fuck you. Fuck you, Jim.
She says, and then also while they're telling you what, they have to tell you what she said, because you certainly can't understand what she said if she's in one of those moods, like Charlie Brown's school teacher.
Somebody has a question. Did you ever hear anything about Fred supposedly helping Jody kick shells into the creek?
She kicked shells in the creek?
Yeah, that's what Jody Sue said.
No. Just like her and Fred was best friends.
Well, she said that
I've seen Fred literally pull out of the parking lot to keep from talking to this girl.
Well,
go to another store. And us with Swiss tags on our vehicle, no driver's license, knowing that if we go much further, then we're probably going to get caught. But he still do it. Just to avoid her.
Her fucking fake laugh.
Oh my God, that's funny. Wow. Yeah, well, Fred confirmed who you were talking about. That you're. I forgot to tell K Crime, but I just want to say right here. Yesterday we were talking about a Jerry Simpson. That is the correct name of the guy who abused Fleta. You said Fleta, right?
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. I forget how it's spelled, but I spelled it Fleta. But I know that's not how it's spelled. But
I think it's EET, Fleta.
Fleta.
ED, I think, maybe. I'm not sure.
That was her nickname. I believe her name was Ann Smith or something. And then there was a Sarah. And there's a whole family of people that lived there before Jody Sue and Andy did, where they took over. You have the fucking uncle who I agree with Green Eyes, dude. Where he been? Hey, Green Eyes, if you're out there. It's fucking shady as fuck. Okay? Jody tells us, oh, yins are all doxing the Uncle John and this, that, and the other. However, Uncle John didn't have one fucking problem going up with Pews to fucking Dobbs to threaten them, right? He didn't give a fuck about the noise then. That tells us what kind of man Uncle John is. Since he was up there threatening Dobbs, kicking him off the fucking property you didn't want him to buy. Where all this activity happens all the time. That's not the only crime that happened on that property. I believe I found another one. Right? Because people never lived there. You can't live on that embankment. But hey, those people lived there. Your criminal ass organization you're saying we're all connected to. No, Jody, that would be you and Andy and Fred and Laura and Dawn and Candace.
Okay. Well, he said it was Jerry Simpson. So I just worded it like I just said, who was the person who did bad? Or I said, was the person who did bad things to Fleta, Jerry Simpson? And he just said yes. Because I don't want to ask him, like, I want to be careful about what I type, you know? I don't want to type killed or murdered or, you know, because I'm sure certain words would set off some type of alarm. I don't know.
Fred caught him when me and Fred first got together. Fred caught him at the bottom of the driveway, drunk. I got to tell you this because it was so funny. Yeah, he was still alive when me and Fred first got together, and he was drunk, and he was sitting at the bottom of Fleta's driveway, and had the driveway blocked, had the whole road blocked. Fred took and put his truck in drive and pushed his truck off the bank.
Oh my gosh. And you're talking about
That's so fucking funny. A man who R's this old lady, pushing cars off the bank, falling off the bank, drunk, sitting there stalking an old lady, and you didn't think to turn it in, Laura? Knowing that this man was SAing Andy's grandmother, a helpless old lady? Possibly with children in the home. Jody Sue and Andy's children. Yeah, this ain't something that happens in Ben Hill. I'm sorry, but y'all some sick motherfuckers. I know some sick motherfuckers in real life too. Anybody who could hurt a kid, you're a sick motherfucker, or hurt a woman in that sort of way. And then for you to fucking sit there and laugh about it. Yeah, let's have that interview, Laura. I don't want to fight with you. I just want to know your thought process, why you think that's funny.
James Light?
No, I'm talking about Jerry.
Jerry Simpson? Oh my God. Well, he's an RSO, so we don't care about him. So go, Fred. We don't care about RSOs.
Fred pushed his car off an embankment while dude was sleeping in the car drunk. So Fred tried to kill the guy. Okay, we don't care about RSOs. It's okay. Murder's nothing in Fred's eyes. He didn't pew the guy where they took the stolen bike to. He didn't pew somebody in the neck. He didn't pew in the house with his kids and chase Laura out. But Fred knocked this guy in his car off an embankment. I had it wrong. Sorry. Go back and listen. I'm not rewinding it. Either way, it's sick and we're almost done with this shit.
He stopped teaching the message not to aunt.
Marries them. Okay. If y'all want to go back and listen without my commentary, here's a link to I think it's almost an hour-long video. Get a good listen, get a good feel, give it a like. Give my channel some views. Give this live a like. I'm going to head off. I'm going to come back later. I have so much to cover all the time. And I'm bored. Everybody in my house is sleeping. However, I have like ADHD and can't sit here and bullshit forever. I want to go listen to some music. I just ate a Hot Pocket. Well, you guys were listening to that. I'm going to go. There ain't shit going on in my house, but I'm going to go do something. Listen to music, drink some coffee, smoke some cigarettes, smoke some weed. Do what I do with you guys, but with music that I'm not allowed to show on here. It sucks. All right, guys. Pez amore, peace and love. I will see you guys in a couple hours. Bye.